Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Nuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for an AirPod pouch. Now this is a drawstring pattern and this is a small pouch. Now if you don't want to use it for your AirPod or any other cover, you can use this pouch simply for anything else. And this one is a perfect size for your AirPod, and it closes up like this. And for this one I've used my 100% cotton yarn, and this one I've used my 3mm of the hook. So that's it, let's begin. So here it is. Take your yarn and make a slip knot here. Like this, and now we're going to chain up 15 here. So it's 1, 2, 3, and here it is. We have our 15 chains, and now I'm going to turn my work, and this is the first back portion of my first chain, and this is the back portion of my second chain. Now I'm going to insert my hook into this second chain, the back portion of my second chain, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make my first single crochet here. And to mark this single crochet, I'm going to insert this stitch marker here, and now I'm going to insert my hook again into that same chain. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make my another single crochet into that same chain. And now onwards we're going to have one single crochet into each chain, and for that one, into the next chain, the back portion of your next chain, insert your hook, grab your yarn and make your one single crochet, and into the next chain insert your hook, grab your yarn and make your another single crochet. And now keep on doing one single crochet on each chain until the end of this chain, and you're gonna have your 15 single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you after my 15 single crochets. And here it is. I have my 15 single crochets here, and now into this last chain we're going to add up another 3 single crochets. So for that one, insert your hook into this last chain. Remember, we have already made our one single crochet here, and we're going to add another 3 here. So in total, into this last chain we're going to have 4 single crochets. So that's our 15 single crochets, and then this is our 16, 17 and 18 single crochets. And now I'm gonna turn my work and I will go to the other side of this chain, and I will insert my hook into this first chain, the other side of this first chain, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll do my first single crochet here. And now keep on doing one single crochet on each chain, the other side of this chain, and by the end you're gonna have your 31 single crochets. Here at the end you're gonna have your 31 single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you at the end here. And here it is. I have my 31 single crochets here, and now I'm gonna insert my hook again into that same space where I have made this last single crochet, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make my one more single crochet. So in total we're gonna have our 32 single crochets. And now I'm gonna take out the stitch marker, and for the round number 2, I'm going to insert my hook into this first stitch, and I will insert my hook into this back loop only, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make my first single crochet. And I'm going to insert my stitch marker back on, and now keep on doing one single crochet on each stitch, and your all single crochets will be back loop only. And by the end of this round number 2, you're going to have your 32 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 2. And here it is. I have my 32 single crochets for my round number 2, and now for the round number 3, I'm going to take out my stitch marker and will insert my hook into this first stitch. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make my first single crochet, and I'll put my stitch marker back on, so that I will remember that this is my first stitch. And now I'm going to do one single crochet on each stitch, and by the end of this round, round number 3, I'm gonna have my 32 single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you after my this round number 3 with my 32 single crochets. Okay, so at the end of my this round number 3, I have my 32 stitches, and now I'm gonna take out my this stitch marker and will insert my hook into my this first stitch, and will grab the yarn and will make my first slip stitch here. So that's gonna be my first slip stitch of my round number 4. Now I'm gonna take the stitch marker and will insert my stitch marker back on this first stitch of my round number 3. So remember, this is the same stitch where I have take out my this stitch marker, and I'm again gonna put my stitch marker back on into that same stitch. I have already made my one slip stitch here for my round number 4, and now I'm gonna insert my hook into my this second stitch and grab the yarn and will make my another slip stitch here. And now keep on doing one slip stitch into each stitch for this round number 4, and by the end of round number 4 you're gonna have your 32 slip stitches, and I'm gonna meet you after your round number 4. And here it is. At the end of my this round number 4, I have my 32 slip stitches. Now if you're finding it difficult, I would recommend to count your stitches when you're doing the slip stitches. And here I've made my 32 slip stitches for my round number 4. And now for the round number 5, I'm gonna take out my this stitch marker from this first stitch of my round number 3, and I will insert my hook into that round number 3, the first stitch of my round number 3. Now I will tell you, this is your round number 4. These are the slip stitches, and these are the round number 4, and this is your round number 3. Here you have your stitches of your round number 3. If you will see it here, the slip stitches are your round number 4, and on top, on this side, this is your round number 3. So here, on this first stitch of our round number 3, I'm going to insert my hook and will grab the yarn and will make my first single crochet here, and I'm going to put my stitch marker back on. And now I'm going to do one single crochet on each stitch from the round number 3. So this is the round number 5, and I have made my this first stitch. I'm going to insert my hook into the second stitch of my round number 3, and will grab the yarn and will make my second single crochet. So keep on doing one single crochet on each stitch from your round number 3, and by the end of your round number 5 you're gonna have your 32 single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you after my 32 single crochets. And here it is. At the end of my round number 5, I have my 32 single crochets, and now from this round number 6 we're gonna start building up our pattern. So for that one, I'm gonna take out my this stitch marker, and now we're gonna have one knitted stitch and then one back loop single crochet, one knitted stitch and one back loop single crochet. Now for that one, this is your first stitch, and here we're gonna have our one knitted stitch, one knitted single crochet, and for that one I'm gonna take the smaller hook and I will just go behind this first slip stitch. So for that one, and remember, this struggle is only for your first stitch. Later on the other stitches is going to be completely all right. Only for your first stitch, you will find it a little bit difficult to find your the back portion of your this round number 5 stitches. So this is my first stitch of my round number 5, and I will not insert my hook directly here into this 2 loops. Rather, I will go here behind this slip stitch, and I will find my this 2 strain of yarn here. And just to make it clear, this is the 2 strain of yarn I've been talking about. So I will insert my hook in between that 2 strain of yarn like this, and my hook will come out here between this 2 strain of yarn like this, and we just need to grab our yarn like this and insert your hook, and you're gonna have your 2 loops. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through both the loops, and that's your first single crochet, and that's your knitted stitch, and your knitted stitch will look like this. And here it is. I forget to put my stitch marker back on for my this round number 6. So do not forget to put your stitch marker back on your first stitch, and this is my first knitted stitch. Now, as we have worked on this stitch, we will go to the next stitch and we will have our one back loop single crochet here. The next stitch again, this is your next stitch, and you can find your 2 strain of yarn here. These are your 2 strain of yarns. Insert your hook in between that 2 strain of yarn, and your hook should come out here between this 2 strain of yarn. You might will find it difficult for a couple of few stitches. Later on it will be all right, and when you will build your pattern and you will go furthermore, it will be all right. You will find no difficulty in finding your stitch. So this is our second knitted stitch, and the next stitch we're gonna have a back loop single crochet. Now into the next stitch, again insert your hook into that 2 strain of yarn. This is the 2 strain of yarn. Insert your hook in that 2 strain of yarn, and your hook should come out like this. And now grab your yarn and make your knitted stitch. The next one will be your back loop single crochet. Now keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round, round number 6, you're going to have your 32 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 6. And now it has become easy for me. For you as well, it's going to be easier when you will finish up this round number 6 and you will start building up your pattern. And here it is. At the end of this round number 6, I have my 32 stitches, and now for the round number 7, I'm going to take out my this stitch marker, and my first stitch will be my knitted stitch, as I'm going to repeat my round number 6 here. So this is the 2 strain of yarn. I'm going to insert my hook into this 2 strain of yarn for this first stitch of my round number 7, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make my first single crochet here. Put your stitch marker back on, and the next stitch will be your back loop single crochet. The next one again is going to be your knitted stitch. So here is your 2 strain of yarn. Insert your hook in between that 2 strain of yarn, and your hook should come out here like this. And now grab your yarn and make your 1 single crochet. The next one will be your back loop single crochet. And now keep on repeating your round number 6 for this round number 7 and until your round number 18. So keep on repeating your round number 6 until your round number 18, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 18, 1, 8. Do not forget to put your stitch marker on the first stitch of your every round, so that you will remember that this is the first stitch of your round. And here it is. After my round number 18, my work looks like this. And now I'm going to take out this stitch marker, and I will insert my hook into this first stitch like this, and will grab the yarn and will make my slip stitch here for my round number 19. I'm going to put this stitch marker back on this first stitch, and now onwards we're going to have 1 slip stitch on each stitch, and by the end of this round number 19, you're going to have your 32 slip stitches. So keep on doing 1 slip stitch on each stitch, and I'm going to meet you after this round number 19. And here it is. I have my 32 slip stitches, and the work looks like this. And now for our round number 20, I'm going to take out the stitch marker of this round number 18, the first stitch of my round number 18. I will take out this stitch marker from there, and I will insert my hook into that stitch. So this is the first stitch of my round number 18. Remember, round number 19 is our slip stitches. So we're not going to work on the slip stitches on our round number 19. Instead, we will work on this round number 18, and our stitches are here. So we will insert our hook into that first stitch and grab the yarn, and we're going to make 1 single crochet on each stitch. So that's our first single crochet of our round number 20, and put your stitch marker back on. So now Keep on doing 1 single crochet on each stitch from the round number 18 for your round number 20, and by the end of this round number 20, you're going to have your 32 single crochet. And for the round number 21, again, we're going to repeat over this round. So for the round number 20 and 21, we're going to have 1 single crochet on each stitch, and each round will have 32 single crochets. So keep on doing your 1 single crochet on each stitch, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 21. Remember, this is our round number 20, and I'll do another round number 21 with my 32 single crochets, 1 single crochet in each stitch, and I will meet you after my round number 21. And here it is. After our round number 21, our work looks like this. And now for the round number 22, I'm going to take out my this stitch marker, and I will insert my hook into my this first stitch of my round number 21. We'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here. So make your slip stitch, and we're not going to need this anymore. Now we're going to chain up 3 here. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Now this first 2 chain will count as your first half double crochet and chain 1. Now the next stitch, we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the next stitch after that we're going to make 1 half double crochet plus chain 1. So for that one, yarn over and insert your hook into that stitch, grab your yarn and pull your yarn through all your 3 loops, and that's your half double crochet, your second half double crochet, and chain 1. Again, the next stitch, we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the stitch after that we're going to have 1 half double crochet plus chain 1. Again, we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the stitch after that 1 half double crochet plus chain 1. And now keep on doing this pattern, 1 half double crochet plus chain 1, and skip the next stitch, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And by the end you're going to have your 16 half double crochets plus 16 chain 1. And here it is at the end of my round number 22. I have my 16 half double crochets plus 16 chain 1. And now I'm going to skip this next stitch, and here we have already worked on this stitch, and this one and 2 is going to be our first half double crochet. So I'm going to insert my hook into my this second chain here, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make my slip stitch here. Tighten up your work. And now for the round number 23, your round number 23 is going to be your last round, and for that one, yarn over and insert your hook into this chain 1 space like this, and grab your yarn and make your 1 half double crochet here. Sorry. One half double crochet, and we're going to have another 4 half double crochets into this chain 1 space. In total we're going to have 5 half double crochets. So that's our first, that's second, 3, 4, and 5 half double crochets. Now this half double crochet, we're going to skip this stitch, and into this chain 1 space insert your hook, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here. Now again, the next half double crochet, we're going to skip this stitch, and into this chain 1 space we're going to have another 5 half double crochets. So for that one, that's your first half double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next one, we're going to skip the next half double crochet, and into this chain 1 space we're going to have 1 slip stitch. The next one, next half double crochet, we're going to skip that, and into this chain 1 space we're going to have another 5 half double crochets, and keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. I've made my this last 5 half double crochets, and I'm going to skip the next half double crochet, and into this chain 1 space I'm going to insert my hook and will make my this last slip stitch. Now I'm going to insert my hook into my this first half double crochet here, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make my another slip stitch here. Tighten up your work, and now cut your yarn, secure your last stitch, and put your this loose end in somewhere here. And now for this 2 straps, take your yarn and make a slip knot. And now chain up 40 here. 4 0 1 2 3 4, and here it is. That's my 40 chains, and I'm gonna cut my yarn and will secure my this last stitch and make another 40 chains, and I'm gonna meet you after my another 40 chains. And now here at the corner, insert your needle in this way in between this loops, and take 1 loop in and 1 loop out, and simply just pull your this chains. Leave a little bit behind. Again, 1 loop in, 1 loop out. Like this, and take the second chains as well. And here we will go to the next side, and here again we are going to do 1 loop in and 1 loop out. This is our first chains, and this is going to be our second chains. Again, leave a little portion behind, and again do 1 loop in and 1 loop out. Here it is. It's all done. And now if you want, you can put a little knot here to tie up this both ends. And on the other side as well. And now you can trim this ends here. Like this. And here it is. Our AirPod pouch is ready, and it looks like this. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share, and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.